Now we head to Cleveland, Ohio, to the Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court for the sentencing of convicted serial killer Michael Madison. Madison's been convicted on 3 counts of aggravated murder for the killing and mutilation of 3 young women in Ohio. The gruesome nature of the crime shocked the community of East Cleveland. Police found the remains of the victims in different areas of Madison's neighborhood, one in his own apartment.
There was evidence of decomposition fluid in several parts of the apartment building. There were maggots that were attached to the decomposition fluid.
Today, Madison finds out if he'll receive the death penalty. As part of the hearing, Van Terry, the father of one of Madison's victims, steps up to the podium to make a victim impact statement. Mr. Terry's now just a few feet away from the man who so brutally took the life of his daughter, Sherelda.
Right now, I guess we're supposed to, in our hearts, forgive this clown who's touched our families, taken my child.
He's looking directly at Madison. Van Terry is released without charges. A short time later, County Judge Nancy McDonnell hands down Madison's sentence. Michael Madison is sentenced to death and will now live on Ohio's death row. Joining us now is Belinda Minor, who is the mother of Sherelda Terry and was inside court that day. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it. Tell us about that moment that Van jumped at Michael Madison. Bring us inside the courtroom.
The moment that Van jumped, it was heart-wrenching. It was frustrating to just sit there and to see the facial expression, to know that he was that angry.
Were you surprised that he had done that?
I was very surprised when it happened. I could understand why he did it, not that he planned to do any of it, but when he heard that his daughter was mutilated, that was the part that was difficult for him.
So it sounds like he learned details that he didn't know until he was in that courtroom. And that's part of what
And that's part of, that's part of what set him off. And when he looked at Michael Madison as to talk about our daughter and he smirked, it was like he was not even remorseful for what he had done. I think that struck his heart, and it caused him to react.
Van passed away in February of this year.
Yeah.
How was he doing with regard to the loss of your daughter?
He never healed. You know, that was something that he was not ever able to comprehend of why. It was something that he could never get over. You know how people always say that time heals all wounds? When you lose a child, time doesn't heal that wound. You get over certain parts, but it's something that you learn to live with.
Belinda Minor, thank you very much for coming in. We appreciate it, and I'm so sorry for your loss.